It's really great to have an opportunity to talk to a room full of people that I know and some of you I don't know without my opponent. It's wonderful. I am Pamela Adams. I am running for the City of Fort Lauderdale District 3 Commission seat. I'm running for the seat because I believe that at this point in our history we need a leader in the seat that understands government, that has worked in government, that understands the private sector, that wants to bring leadership to the seat and to the district. I believe that I have that experience. I have the business experience, I have the government experience, and I think most of all I have the experience working in communities throughout the county to bring consensus on major and complex issues for the city. And that's my beginning. Okay, so now we're going into the questions. I promise not to keep you long. The first question is, what are my top priorities? Well, over the last 15 years, I guess I should have said that I've been here since 1993. From the day that I stepped off the plane, I became active in the city of Fort Lauderdale and in Broward County. The first thing that I became active in civically was raising funds for the African American Research Library and Cultural Center. I am originally from New York, where we are a very, very diverse community in New York. And I came to a community that I felt needed to be exposed to that level of diversity and to have tributes to the diverse population here. So I was fortunate enough to meet Sam Morrison, who was then the county librarian, who introduced me to this concept about the library, and I immediately became very interested in it and began to work on that. So while I didn't give you a history of my civic exploits, that was the first thing that I became interested and very actively involved in. I've served on many of the city boards, City of Fort Lauderdale Planning and Zoning, the Marine Advisory along with Commissioner Teal, as well as the Beach Advisory Board along with Ms. Ina Lee. They provided me, along with the commissioner that appointed me, with a lot of guidance and not in-your-face mentorship, but they provided the kind of leadership that showed me what it takes to be a true civic leader and to participate at a level where you're kind of selfless. Because as a civic leader, as you all know, you are giving your life to represent your constituents and your neighborhoods. And I learned that from them, and I believe I carried on in that way. Back to the question. What am I going to do? What are my first three priorities? One, as has been said by the previous candidates, I believe our city has lacked a vision. Where are we going? We haven't defined that yet. We're a good city that could be great, and I think that we should participate. Government and the private sector and the neighborhoods should collaborate on creating a direction for the city to go in. Two, I think we need to improve. Well, we have a new mayor-elect, but I think that our leadership needs to be a leadership of all the people of our city. And I feel very fervently about that. Not just I'm the leader for my district, which I would be, but I need to be seen as a leader for the city as well. And I think that has been lacking at the commission level. I believe the next priority that I would have is to improve the relationships with the business community, with the county, with the South Florida Water Management District, and all of those agencies and partnerships that could make us a better city. As has been pointed out before, we can't rely on our own resources. Just because we are the county seat, which is a very important place, we should be a thriving place, but we have to work with other agencies and organizations to make our city a greater place. And those would be my three top priorities. The second question is, based on the decline in property values, it appears likely that the city will have lower revenues. I've talked with the manager about our fiscal position. And yes, there will be a decline in property values. There is. I mean, I saw it on my tax bill. I'm sure all of you have seen it. But I believe that we are fiscally in very good position as a city. I believe that there are things in our budget that we should pay attention to. I am not a supporter of zero-based budgeting because it really does not work. In order for us to look at zero-based budgeting as a reality, that means we're taking everything that we do as a city off the table, and we're rebuilding a budget from the beginning to the end. I believe that we have to look at the services that we provide to ourselves. What services do we want to provide? How can we be more efficient?